Basta all hits, all Pinoy. Kahit nang saan ka man ito'y mapapakinggan. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. 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 Basta all hits, all Pinoy. Kahit nang saan ka man ito'y mapapakinggan. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. 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 V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
This is V81 Radio Worldwide. Almighty God, grant us the courage of Jesus Christ, your Son, to face the coronavirus pandemic with trust, strength, compassion, and resiliency. Give us the grace of the Holy Spirit to free us from fear and anxiety, so we may do actions of help and support and look forward to our healing with hope. We pray for the health workers, food liners, maintenance cleaners, logistics abler, government leaders, and volunteers who continuously come together to deliver our daily needs to survive. Guide us from this time of crisis. Preserve us in peace. Protect the weak and vulnerable and those who serve the society during this pandemic. This we ask and pray in Jesus' name, our Savior. Amen. naghahatid saya sa mga Pinoy. Mga kantang tatak Pinoy. Kahit nasan ka man, kami ay mapapakinggan. Streaming worldwide. The future of radio in Manila, California, and Hong Kong. This is V81 Radio.
Malayo ka man sa iyong pamilya, dito ay hindi ka nag-iisa. Tiyak ito'y iyong hahanap-hanapin, dahil ito ang nagpapasaya sa atin. Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan, kahit nasaan ka man ito'y mapapakinggan. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio. V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. V81 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program anchors and producers and do not necessarily reflect the policies and position of this station. Your ultimate source for Pinoy alternative music. All new, all the time. Here now is your technopreneur Charlie Diaz, together with alternative music disciple Pards Morrow. This is your new all Pinoy alternative music. New all Pinoy alternative music. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.
Good afternoon, Digital Pinoys Worldwide. This is your anchor Charlie Diaz, welcoming everyone to our new All Pinoy Alternative Music program, where we feature, highlight, and support Filipino artists and musicians. We believe that Pinoy music creativity has to be supported at grassroots level, and that's why we at NAPALM provides our digital media platform for Pinoy artists, listeners, partners to collaborate, thereby enriching our Filipino music. So always remember, NAPALM is your all Pinoy alternative music source. For today, our episode 9 is entitled the Earthmoving Experience of Dozer. So that's already a cue for everyone that our guest feature band of the week is Dozer. So before that, we would like to greet our audience, all of our kababayans, OFW, and all the music community, not only here in the Philippines, but also in Australia, Bahrain, Canada, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Japan, Kuwait, Malaysia, New Zealand, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, South Korea, Thailand, UAE, UK, USA, and Vietnam. So I actually arranged it on alphabetical um, manner so that I could always, start from the letter A's of these countries all the way to Vietnam. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our co-anchor, and he is, you know him very well. He is a musician, he is a performer, he is a lyricist and guitarist in his own band, and a passionate napalm advocate, Mr. Pards Moro.
Hello. Hi, Charlie. Hi. Magandang hapon sa lahat. This is Alfred Moro or Pards Moro, your resident rakista dito sa B81. Yan.
All right.
Kumusta, Charlie?
Well, from my side of the city, no, dito sa Parañaque, Muntinlupa area, it's drizzling, umuulan.
Hmm.
I don't know from your side. How is it?
Kanina umuulan. Medyo maaraw na ngayon. Kaya okay naman. Okay naman. Buti, para yung internet natin ay hindi hindi
Oo.
nagagambala yung internet natin.
Oo, alam mo naman kasi dito sa atin sa bayan natin pagka umuulan ng ganyan kinakabahan ng lahat dahil sa internet medyo bumabagal
Yes. Yes.
Oo.
Okay. Sige.
Okay, so but anyway, I mean, I think we should proceed with our WTF topic of the week, which is distortion and overdrive pedals.
Yes.
What the fact? What the fact? What the Fact features interesting music trivia that influence our Pinoy artists. Whether foreign or local influences, these compositions and performances have helped our Pinoy artists redefine our music of today. So join us and rediscover What the Fact.
Ayun. So, good afternoon, mga ka-NAPALM, no? Our topic for today for WTF or What the Fact ay tungkol sa distortion or overdrive pedal or fuzz pedal. So, iba-iba yung tawag, So, ito yung birth of distortion or overdrive pedal. Saan ba ito nagsimula? And, bakit ba importante itong pedal na to, no? Sa genre ng alternative or metal, yan, punk. So, first, para maintindihan natin, define muna natin kung ano ang distortion. No? Pag nag-search kayo sa internet, ang lalabas doon, it is a fuzzy, growling, gritty tone or sound produced by an electric guitar. So, yun yung parang, ano niya. So, electric guitar, medyo exclusive siya sa electric guitar. Although, may mga artist akong kilala na gumamit nito sa acoustic. Pero, siyempre, hindi ganun kaganda or hindi ganun ka-dominant. Okay. It is a sound alteration, no? Electric guitar na lumalabas kapag tinotodo nyo yung gain. Yung gain, makikita nyo yan pag nakakita kayo ng mga amplifier, for example. Minsan, amplifier ng bass, amplifier ng gitara, or minsan sa vocals, may makikita kayong gain. Pag tinodo nyo yan ng gusto, sa isang guitar amplifier, medyo mababasag siya ng konti, producing yung tinatawag nating distorted na sound. So, importante ito kasi kung ginagamit itong distortion pedal na ito or pedal na ito sa genres like rock, metal, punk, power ballad, pop, minsan sa hip-hop ginagamit na rin katulad sa rap metal. So, yan ang distortion. No? So, to give you an idea, ang sound ng gitara ay medyo bright na konti. Parang ganito. Yan, di ba? So medyo maganda siya pakinggan, no? Hindi siya medyo pang rock, hindi siya pwede pang metal. But when we talk about distortion, meron tayong sound sample dito. Ewan ko kung narinig nyo.
Okay. Sorry, Pards. I think your volume medyo naapektuhan yata eh.
Ano?
Okay.
Ito. Yan.
It's still very hindi masyado okay. Can you try it again?
Okay. Check. Ano ko ba?
Ayan, I think it's yan. Oo. Yun.
Yan.
Yun.
Okay. So pag sinabing
Okay.
distortion, yun yun. If you need, if you want to listen to more, yan, maghanap kayo ng genres like rock, metal, or punk. Common yung na ginagamit itong distortion pedal. Yan. So, next slide, Dean. Yan. Okay. So, before, nung wala pang distortion, iba-iba yung way kung paano nila pinapalabas yung sound na yun. Yung medyo gritty, na medyo fuzzy sound. Okay. It started, yung first recorded na distortion sound ay noong 1951. Isang kanta ng bandang Delta Cats, no? Ni Jackie Brenston. So, may kanta siya, Rocket 88. Pag pinakinggan niyo yung sound ng gitara, medyo gritty siya, medyo fuzzy siya, medyo basag. No? Ngayon, paano lalabas yun? Wala ngang distortion nung panahon ng 1951. So, ang ginawa ng gitarista ni Willie Kizart, anong nangyari? Accidental, nasira yung amplifier niya. So, nabasag. Nung sinaksak ko yung gitara, medyo basag, no? Medyo fuzzy yung sound. Imbis na ayusin nila, hindi nila inayos. Hinayaan nilang basag yung amplifier. Tapos ni-record nila. So, pag pinakinggan mo ngayon yung Rocket 88, kahit walang distortion na nag-exist at that time, 1951, fuzzy yung sound niya. No? So, yun. And then, around 1958, may kanta yung Link Ray. Ang tawag sa Rumble yung pangalan ng kanta, no? So meron ding ganung klaseng sound kahit wala pang distortion. So fuzzy siya, medyo gritty siya, medyo heavy siya. Ang ginawa ni Link Ray, yung speaker cone ng kanyang amplifier, kumuha siya ng lapis tapos sinaksak niya ng maraming beses. Ang nangyari, medyo sabog din yung sound, no? Yun yung nag-produce ng heavy sound dun sa kanta niya na Rumble. Okay, yung Rumble na ito, at that time, no 1958, ayaw patugtugin sa radyo kasi masyado daw ahead of its time. Sabi nilang mga radyo, baka daw kapag pinatugtog nila sa radyo, mag-start ng mga gang fights. So, ganun siya katabu nung time na yon, yung distortion, around 1958. Yeah. Next slide, Dean. Okay. So, and then, in 1964, merong banda, The Kinks. Meron silang kanta, You Really Got Me. Okay. Distorted din yung sound nila at time na hindi pa nag-exist ang distortion. Ang ginawa naman ng guitarist na ito, si Dave Davies, kumuha siya ng razor at again, inambush niya kanyang speaker cone. So, talagang pinag-cut niya yung speaker cone ng kanyang guitar amplifier. So, nagbigay din ito ng heavy, na gritty sound. But in 1965, may kanta na Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. Ang gitarista niyan, si Keith Richards, siya yung recorded na unang gumamit ng parang distortion pedal. But at that time, ang tawag sa kanya ay fuzz box. So, isang box na may foot switch. Pag pinapakan mo, magko-convert yung sound into a distorted, no? from clear. Next slide, Dean. Okay. Yung ginamit ni Keith Richards ay derived sa isang distortion pedal or fuzz pedal na ginawa ni Glenn Snoddy noong 1961. So itong si Glenn Snoddy, hindi siya gitarista, isa siyang recording engineer. Ang nangyari, kaya na-develop niya yung fuzz box, habang nagre-recording siya, may nasira doon sa equipment, recording equipment. So, medyo basag yung tunog ng gitara. Imbis na ayusin, binuksan niya yung equipment at tinase niya kung saan nagka-problema. Tapos ginaya niya yung circuit na yun. Ginawa niya sa isang maliit na box. Nagmahinang siya ng mga IC, ng mga capacitors. Tapos, nireplicate niya yung sound na yun na medyo gritty, medyo distorted. At dinala niya sa Gibson, and yung Gibson naging interested. So, in 1962, yung Gibson, na guitar manufacturer din, sila ang nag-mass produce ng first fuzz tone or distortion pedal, kung tawagin natin ngayon. So, tawag sa kanya ay Maestro Fuzz Tone. Yung nakikita niyo sa picture, yan yung itsura ng unang distortion pedal. Medyo malayo siya ngayon. Pero, yan yung una. So, imagine niyo kung hindi na-invento ito ni Glenn Snoddy. Probably, baka walang metal genre, baka walang rock genre, baka walang nagli-lead, baka hindi nakapag-lead si Jimi Hendrix, or baka hindi na-invento or yung Metallica, yung kanilang sound. Medyo ganun ka-importante itong pedal or itong equipment na ito. Ayan. Next slide, Dean. Ayan. Siyempre, hindi tayo magpapatalo, di ba? Pinoy dito sa Pilipinas, meron na tayong mga sarili nating distortion pedals. So, dun sa mga gitarista or yung mga nagigitara dyan or yung mga nagbabanda na medyo mahilig sa guitar effects or kahit mga hobbyist lang, baka nakita nyo na to sa labas or sa mga gigs, no? So, itong mga i-discuss ko or yung mga sasabihin kong pedals ay gawa sa Pilipinas. Pilipino ang gumawa, handmade karamihan dito, at pag pinakinggan nyo, medyo maganda na yung sound nito. Makakapag-compete na siya sa mga international brands like Boss or mga amplifiers na international brands like Orange. Yan, mga Marshalls. Yan. So, first distortion yung shred head, no? Ginawa ito ng MB Electronics. Ginagaya niya or ang sound ng isang Marshall JCM 800. So, when you listen to bands like Silverchair, yan, gumamit sila ng ganyang klaseng sound. Another one is Omega Drive, na ginawa ng Rabatech. Marshall JCM 800 din yung kanilang ginagaya. Pero pag narinig mo yung tunog, medyo similar siya sa ginagamit na sound ng Slayer or Rage Against the Machine. Meron din yung nakikita nyo medyo malaki dyan sa baba, is called the Titan pedal. Ginawa siya ng SOS pedals. Isang pedal box, meron siyang overdrive at crunch. Yung overdrive at crunch, medyo mild na konti ng distortion. Yan. So, lahat to, Pinoy made, available din siya sa online, I think. I-check din na lang yung kung saan makakabili. Next slide, Dean. Ngayon, sa aking research, no, ng mga overdrive distortion pedals, meron pang isa, Prometheus, yan. Ginawa siya ng stomp back machines. Itong klase ng na to ay high gain distortion. If you're into medyo heavy sound like medyo emo type or metalcore, ito yung medyo bagay na distortion para sa inyo. And yung pinaka-interesting na pangalan ng isang distortion pedal na nakita ko, ang pangalan ng distortion pedal na to ay Sus Mariosep or Sus Mary Josep. No? Ang gumawa nito ay Mythos Pedals and RJ Ronquillo. So ito ay medyo unang naging sikat sa States. No? So, sa isang pedal, meron siyang tatlong tapakan. Meron siyang echo, meron siyang overdrive, at meron siyang boost. So, parang kang merong tatlong effects sa isang pedal. Yan. Sus Mario. Ayan. So, this is something to be proud about dahil hindi naman dati gumagawa ang mga Pinoy ng distortion pedals. Minsan, bumibili tayo ng Japan-made or UK-made or US-made. No? Ngayon, meron tayong mga pedals dito. So, dun sa mga gitarista na wala pang pedal or gusto mag-upgrade, I advise you na tangkilikin natin yung sariling atin. We could provide the link below kung gusto nyong ulitin itong para ma-check yung mga pedals na ito. And I assure you, yung quality nito will compete dun sa mga dati nating nakasanayan na international pedals. Ayan. So that's it for our WTF What the Fact feature for today. Ayan.
Okay, Pards, actually it's very interesting, no? Biro mo, you've shown five different models of distortion and overdrive pedals coming all from our Filipino manufacturers. It only
Mm-hmm.
signifies that the practice of guitars and electric guitars and all the effects are really into our Filipino music community, because otherwise you will never even dwell upon creating musical equipment like this.
Actually,
Oh,
sa research ko, Charlie, madami pa. Karamihan sa kanila handmade, hindi pa mass-produced. Pero when you listen to it, lalaban talaga siya eh. Yung mga Boss, yung mga Orange na amplifiers, kaya niyang gayahin eh. Ayun, meron ako
oo,
nung dalawa, nung Shredhead sa Titan.
oo.
And medyo nakikilala na siya. Dahil malaban
I'm
talaga
sure
siya sa mga boutique pedals.
I'm sure our listeners would be surprised pagka dumating na tayo sa portion wherein we present what the fact naman that deals with electric guitars or even acoustic guitars or the normal guitars. Magugulat sila how many known brands out there that are Filipino made.
Hmm.
Oo.
Karamihan kasi walang advertisement, ano? Pero, syempre, may YouTube na, di ba? So, madali na nating makita kung ano yung mga Filipino made. Yan.
Oo. Actually, this is one of the reasons what we have our program, no? Not only just to highlight Filipino artists and musicians, but also any group or any entity, business entity that actually supports our, new all Pinoy alternative music professionals.
Yes.
Yon. So I
Tama.
think we better move on to our introduction of our game trivia.
To join NAPALM's weekly game trivia contest, you must answer correctly our 3 questions that we will be mentioning throughout the show. The first 2 persons who gets the correct answers will win our exciting prizes. So stay tuned to NAPALM, your all Pinoy alternative music source.
Okay, so I think for our first clue or first question, okay, who is our featured band last week, episode 8? So actually episode 9 na po tayo ngayon, no? So last week, who is our featured band of the week? So madali lang po 'yan, ha? If you go to our website or even to our NAPALM Facebook, New All Pinoy Alternative Music, makikita nyo po na last week we featured this duo. Okay? So we will pause for a short break. Stay tuned on NAPALM, your all Pinoy alternative music source.
Magbabalik ang New All Alternative Music. New All Pinoy Alternative Music. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. Big Benta, a Pinoy e-commerce site made for you. Enjoy hassle-free shopping with multiple payment options available. May local support din ready to assist, so you can enjoy peace of mind when you shop. Visit our website to check different product offerings. Get anything you want and avail everything you need in just one click. Big Benta, Pinoy e-commerce, made for you. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local. May items ka na gustong ibenta? Or planning to buy something specific? Visit PinoyAds.ph, a free online classified ads na available to all. Post an ad para sa item that you want to sell. Or browse through the listing to find out what you're looking for. Connect with the community to explore, discover, buy and sell. Be the boss of every transaction sa PinoyAds.ph. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local. Kabayan, nahuhomesick ka ba? I-download na ang aming mobile app at mag-enjoy sa mga kantang tatak Pinoy and feel like you're home. The V81 Radio mobile app, available in the App Store and Google Play Store. V81 Radio mobile app, free now, free forever. Atin ang New All Pinoy Alternative Music. New All Pinoy Alternative Music. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.
Welcome back. You're still here on NAPALM, your new all Pinoy alternative music source, with our guest band for the week, Dozer. So before that, we would like to greet our corporate partners, no? So Code Disruptors Inc., represented by, of course, Pards Moro. Involution Corporation, represented by Miss Shirley De Ocampo. Big Benta and Big Media, represented by, of course, Charlie Diaz. Philippine Retailers Association, represented by Miss Rosemary Ong and Madam Ebbs. And, of course, our dynamic duo, Mr. Rolly Pagaspas and Raleigh Vargas, representing our home station, V81 Radio Worldwide. And last but not the least, our event management partner, Fiera de Manila, represented by Norilyn Barbiera. Okay, so just to introduce our guest artist, Dozer. They are a band actually that started in the 1990s, a UST student band. Let me call them one by one, no? Together with, of course, our co-anchor parts. So for vocals and rhythm guitar, Mr. Rands Neria.
Hi, Charlie. Hi,
For
Faris.
lead, hello, Rands. So for our lead guitar, Mr. Jem Habito.
Magandang umaga.
Okay.
Hapon.
Good morning. Oh, good morning from where you are located in Europe. And for bass, Mr. Ron Kwan.
Good day, Napalm. Hello.
Hello, Ronald. Okay, so I will have to mention, of course, for drums, Mr. Carl Escueta, but he is not available. But we will call upon also for drums, Mr. Joe Laig.
Good day.
Okay, so yan, parts. Take it away.
Yan. Magandang hapon. Dozer.
Magandang hapon sa'yo,
Yan.
Pod.
Nice.
Okay, so we have, sige. So, Dozer, the first question will be for, yeah, si Jem muna, no? Si Rands muna, si Randy. Rands. Okay, Rands. So in Dozer, what's the story behind the band name Dozer?
Yeah. Actually, the name Dozer came from our former band name, which was Bulldozer. Actually, may mga iba pang names, although nag-stick kami sa Dozer. It happened na early 90s. Sleepover kami kila, after band practice kila Carl. So, ayun, well, basically nakatitig lang kami dun sa shelf ng mga toys nila. Tapos may die-cast na laruan dun, na Bulldozer. Alam mo na kung bakit ang 80s ka. Alam mo na yung tatak nun. So, yun. Basically, nung nag-agree naman kami dun sa Bulldozer, and actually, na-relate namin dun sa sound namin kasi medyo may nagbanggit nga sa amin before na slow and sludgy.
Okay.
So,
Mm.
ayun. Well, that's, well, eventually naging Dozer.
So slow, heavy, yan. Which is parang dozer din, bulldozer. Sige.
Yeah.
So, a question for Jem, no? Paano
Yes,
nag-start itong banda na Dozer? How did it start?
Nag-start ito sa UST. So lahat kami art students sa UST noon. I guess parang sumabay siya sa time na nagkaroon ng band explosion ng 90s. So, alam mo so lahat ng, sabi nga nila noon, pag nasa building ka nung college namin, pag nagbato ka ng coin sa labas, pag may tinamaan, sigurado may banda yon. So lahat kami may banda noon. Pero as I remember, merong isang parang college Battle of the Bands. So most likely yun ang nag-inspire sa amin. I had before we formed the band. Nagkaroon ng maliit na band competition. Nagpo-mosh pit kami and everything. Wala pang mga phones noon. Tapos parang the next parang gawin natin to, man. Gusto namin sumali na, hindi na kami audience. So basically yung time na yon, from nag-start yung college band competition to the next one, kami na nga yung may banda na kami. Kami pa yung nag-organize nung band competition, yung event. So yeah, doon na nag-start yun.
Mosh pit, nakakamiss yung mosh pit. Wala nang mosh pit ngayon. Civilized na yung gigs ngayon eh. Headbangan na lang. Okay. Next question will be for Rand and Jem. So, the bandang Dozer, who writes the lyrics or riff or melody? Sino nagsusulat sa inyo?
Actually, kaming dalawa ni Jem to. Yeah.
Paano yun? Kayo lyrics, kasi kayong dalawa, then you coordinate, sinishare nyo sa mga band members, or impromptu?
Ikaw muna, Jem?
Sige. Ang nangyari, parang homework Kanya-kanya. Gawa ko. Kung anong meron, tingnan natin, labas natin. Si Rans si Rans magaling magsulat ng lyrics. Malalim ang hugot niyan Tapos, ayun, meron siyang basic tune doon. Tapos, kung kanta niya, may structure na somehow. Lalapatan na namin ng Kung kanta ko, meron akong basic, lalagyan niya ng kanyang version. So, tapos bass, papasok ang drum. So, yung direction ng tunog, nagmo-morph din. So, eventually, naging kung ano siya ngayon, yun na yun. Pero most of the songs, I think, initially, hindi siya yung intended na direction So, yeah. So, lahat may contribution dun sa kanta, basically.
Okay. Actually, for me, yung melody always comes first. Kasi yun nga, strong ng chords. Lahat nagsisimula kami sa acoustic. So basically, nire-record namin doon sa cassette. Kasi syempre cassette tayo nung time na yun. Old school. Ayun. So
tapos Walkman.
Yeah. Tapos pasa na yun yung copy ng dub ng tape. Tapos ito yung copy mo.
Lagay sa kabila.
Tapos on weekends, mag-spend kami ng time sa isang bahay na. Tapos doon na mag-vault in na lahat doon.
Yeah. So,
tapos, pagka yung tape, press mo na, lalagyan mo na ng papel para
maulit.
Tapos pencil para mag-rewind. Pagsira yun.
Okay.
Anyway.
So I have a question for Ron. Si Ron muna. What influenced your music? Anong influence nyo dito sa... personally, ikaw, anong personal influences mo sa music?
Yeah, the funny thing is kasi we became a band because we almost have the same influences. We like the same bands, but basically we have a very wide variety of influences, starting from new wave hanggang to the 90s. For example, sa new wave, it shows in our cover sets when we do covers such as the Church, the Primitives, the Sound, Total Recall.
Sound.
Anybody knows that music? And then came into the 90s. We also went to that hair metal and metal phase. But then after that, the 90s came in with the so-called Seattle sound or the so-called grunge sound, which sort of cemented our music in terms of we have this melodic uh, mixing to light to heavy from from the 80s new wave, but punching it with heaviness of the 90s. Especially we were influenced by Tool, Soundgarden.
Ooh.
We were covering Pearl Jam, Hum, and Helmet. So that's the
Hum.
yeah that's the mixture of what we were playing before. And like I said,
Oh.
because of that, we were solid in what we actually like. That's why part of it came Dozer.
So, may isang banda na medyo parang nag-transition siya eh, from new wave to ano eh. So medyo iba yung sound niya. Pixies, nakikinig din ba kayo ng Pixies before?
Yeah. Mm-mm.
We never covered, pero
Oo.
similar yung likes namin with Pixies.
Tsaka medyo ibang klase yung pagkanta ni ano eh.
Malakas yung
ayan,
impact
sige.
ng Pixies. Malakas yung impact ng Pixies sa start ng
Yes. Yes. How about the others? Meron ba like Jim? Do you have any other influences na hindi pa nabanggit ni Ron?
May maganda akong storya dyan nung hindi ko lang kung naalala ng nila. Kasi nga parang we're trying to figure out kung anong direction ng banda, kung anong gusto namin tutugan. Ang base, ang reference ng namin is cover. One time may gig kami somewhere, hindi ko maalala, tapos nagpunta kami sa Shakey's, may Shakey's sa Makati noon. Tapos mayroong widescreen sa isang corner. Nanonood kami, MTV videos. Nakita namin doon first time yung video ng Stuck on You ng Failure. For some reason, that sort of nag-push nag-click sa amin. So, kinover namin yon. Sa akin, personally, as a guitar player, heavily na-influence ako from New Wave. Tapos kikinig ako ng mga iba-iba. Hindi kasi ako magaling na gitarista. Tapos nakarelate ako dun sa sound ng Failure. Na sa amin din lahat. So basically, nung kinover namin siya, tapos the other guys from the band were listening to Tool. So quite opposite yung sound nila. Very heavy yung Tool, tapos Failure, very geeky, shoegaze, post-rock. And then, the funny thing, eventually, nag-tour yung dalawang banda. So parang yun ang nag-cement sa amin, okay, it makes sense kung ano yung ginagawa namin. So, with our basic new wave influences, on top of it, nagkaroon ng eto. So ito na yung naging sound namin, kung ano yung naririnig namin doon sa dalawang banda. So yun yung parang major driving force nung tunog namin.
Influences. Yan. Here, para marinig natin yung sound ng Dozer, maybe it's time na i-play natin yung isang kanta nila. So, Early, ready na ba tayo sa song?
Yeah, I think we are. Their first, the title of their song is Lost.
Lost.
I lost myself. It's
Okay, all right. I think that's ano, yung music nila is a perfect example o yung kaninang topic mo WTF na ano, na overdrive pedal and distortion.
Yes.
Oo.
Okay. Yung isang medyo talagang bumilib ako, no? Kasi si Randy, uh, office mate ko sa Smart, ano? Timik lang yan na tao. I mean, nag-ano sa tabi, nagtatrabaho. Hindi nagsasalita kung hindi mo tatanungin. Pero, way, kung paano mo siya marinig kanina, na nag-headphone, grabe. Yung range na yun yung medyo parang, sabi ko, ibang klase to, sabi ko. So, yun yung medyo, na medyo naisip ko nung every time naririnig yung Dozer. Ang taas ng range mo ni Randy. Yeah. We have to ask about the story behind this song. So, siguro, si Jem muna. No? Jem, you tell us the story behind the song Lost.
Alright. I think nung time na yan, nasa age kami na parang, alam mo na, very emo. Ang daming pinagdadaanan. So lahat may problema, lahat. So sumulat ako, yun ang emotion namin. Sumulat ako na very cryptic. Wala naman talagang, wala talagang meaning yung lines. And then nung nagbuo yung lines, parang it makes sense na okay. Yun nga lang, ang kanyang emotion is very dark. Which at that time kasi, yun nga, yung mga issues natin nun as early 20s, lumalabas. Tapos intended ko yung kanta, sinulat ko siya para babae ang kakanta.
Yeah.
So very influenced ako ng nila Sarah McLachlan, ng Lilith Fair, the whole Lilith Fair Festival ng time na yun, sila Fiona Apple. So parang gusto kong gumawa ng kanta na parang gano'n ng case. As I said earlier, hindi gano'n ang nangyari nung binuo na namin So, yung heavy part, kay Rans nang galing yon. Yung may chunk sa gitna, hanggang yun. Siyang naglagay nun. Siya, chinundaw na, nag-drop D kami. So, para mas mabigat yung sigaw, I think, si Ranz, hindi ko alam kung tama, pero at some point may isang gig tayo na sobrang may pinanggagalingan tong taong to. Bigla siyang sumigaw kasi talaga frustrated. Gano'n. Tapos yun, sabi natin, that works. So, gano'n na yung
Naging intro na talaga.
Intro na siya. So, kasalanan niya.
Bakit naging ganito?
So yun nga, ang point ko parang hindi yun yung intention ng kanta, pero nung nagbuo pati yung bassline, pati yung drums, bumigat siya. So imagine from, Fiona Apple to as heavy as that. So,
just to add,
Kasalanan mo pala, Randy. Kasalanan ni Randy.
Ayun. Actually, just to add lang naman. Yun nga, yung sabi nga ni Jem, it was meant for another genre nga. Pero, yun nga, yung first time ko narinig yung acoustic demo ni Jem. Actually, yun nga naalala ko nga is, narelate ko is, more of ethereal goth type na ballad nga siya. Ganun yung the way it was presented ni Jem. Until yun nga, ginawa namin heavy.
Yun, iba yung lumabas.
Doon pumasok yung
next.
Sige.
Okay. Next, I have a question for Ron. Yan. What's your memorable performance ng banda na Dozer, the date? Mga memorable performance niya? Ano yung tumatak sa isip mo?
For me, I guess also for the whole band, I guess, yung sa amin is when we were playing at, there's a production at Music Museum. And that part is more of, let's say it's more of technical because we've been playing at small clubs mga nag-schools ba tayo? Did we do schools except for
UST.
UST? Pero yeah, usual ng mga auditoriums, but uh, yung
Yes.
equipment kasi can only do so much on those certain instances, and sometimes I could even say medyo crappy. But when we got to Music Museum and we did a sound check pa lang, it was so, for me, parang ang OA ko pero parang heavenly ang dating, because I can hear myself, I can hear the other members of the band, I can go anywhere in sa stage, I can go everywhere, tapos malinis na narinig ko lahat. Instead of kabangka, because actually first time kami nag-music museum, I don't know about the guys, but syempre it's a bigger venue, I think. So may kaba ka. Can you do that? Pero nung once the sound check came in and the first few notes of the performance came in, and then alam mo salong-salo ka ng sound, parang it actually gave us, even or me, more parang mas ka pa.
Excitement.
Hindi wala na yung kaba.
sound. Balance.
Balance eh. Parang yung ganito pala pag medyo pro level na yung naririnig mo yung production. Kasi dati, di ba, minsan di mo na marinig sa monitor, si drummer lang ang may monitor. Okay, tapos natinginan na lang kayo. Minsan yung nakaranas akong amp, wala yung amp ko, wala, pero monitor meron. Weirdo. At that aspect, for me, yun.
Yeah. Yeah. Si Jem yata may isang memorable experience. Could you tell us something about your memorable experience with the band?
Naisip ko nga yung isang gig namin sa hindi ko naalala yung Millenia Bar sa may
Millenia.
Kamuning.
Yes.
Kamuning.
Millenia.
Parang gano'n. Tapos tumutugtog kami. Alam mo naman ng mga Pinoy audience minsan very reserved eh. So hindi naman sila, alam mo yun, papalakpak sila. Hindi naman talaga tatayo yan unless kilala kang banda or So tumutugtog kami, meron kaming covers, meron kaming original. Nung time, binuo namin yung nag-cover kami ng Hum. Ano yun? Stars, di ba?
Stars.
Na very underrated siya sa scene. Tapos nung nag-start kami, very prominent yung kanyang intro, yung guitar intro niya. Pag start namin nung guitar, lahat ng mga nasa puntahan sa harap na first time nangyari sa amin. Kasi alam nila yung kanta, tapos umupo sila sa harap walang tao doon umupo sila para nag-engage sila sa amin at that time. So for some reason, nagkaroon kami ng connection with the audience. At that point, na very, very rare sa isang banda na hindi naman talaga kilala. Tapos ito yung mga taong to, mga banda rin. Kasi nga gusto nila yung cover na yon. Unfortunately, they stayed throughout even the original. So sa akin yun ang isa sa mga memorable gigs namin.
So Jem, how would you classify your music with Dozer? If you were to classify between genres, anong genre tong ginagawa ng music sa Dozer?
We've always struggled with that kasi si Randy and the other guys can help out. Kasi nga tulad ng sabi ko dati, it's nag-crossover yung banda from New Wave to 90s Seattle, and then may in-betweens na yun nga, may Tool, may ganyan. Pero if I am to describe the music, yun nga parang transition band kami ng 90s from late 80s to 90s. Nung time na yun, putok na putok yung alternative word. So, nandun kami nakasiksik kami dun nakakumpul kami dun sa bunch na yun.
Alternative grunge. Yan.
Yeah.
I was joking na there was a time that lumabas yung genre or category of adult alternative. I don't know what that is. Parang, doon ba tayo? We're old.
Si Jojo came up with a genre.
Say that.
Adult alternative.
Actually,
Joke yun.
no, no.
Ano yan, bro?
Sabihin ko, Jo.
Wag na.
Actually, bagay sa atin. Eh.
Wag na, wag na.
Sabihin ko na.
May pagka-konting sludge din eh. Pero minimal sludge yung sound. Medyo crunchy din. Ron,
So
wag.
it's hard,
And
it's hard to define.
have any questions for the band?
Well, actually,
Charlie?
for now, we'll probably reserve some of the questions on our next segment, no. But for now,
Yes.
we'll have to move on and show to our viewers yung second na question for our game trivia. So our second question is, what topic did we present in our What the Fact feature earlier? So ayan na, meron na kayong tip niyan. It's a musical apparatus instrument accessory. Yun yon. So we will pause for a short break. Stay tuned here on Napalm, your new Pinoy alternative music source.
Magbabalik ang New All Pinoy Alternative Music. New All Pinoy Alternative Music. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. Big Benta, a Pinoy e-commerce site made for you. Enjoy hassle-free shopping with multiple payment options available. May local support din, ready to assist. So you can enjoy peace of mind when you shop. Visit our website to check different product offerings. Get anything you want. And avail everything you need in just one click. Big Benta, Pinoy e-commerce, made for you. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local. May items ka na gustong ibenta? Or planning to buy something specific? Visit pinoyads.ph, a free online classified ads na available to all. Post an ad para sa item that you want to sell. Or browse through the listing to find out what you're looking for. Connect with the community to explore, discover, buy and sell. Be the boss of every transaction sa pinoyads.ph. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local. Para enjoy ang pakikinig sa V81 Radio kahit saan, we are now on your Amazon Echo devices. Just say, Alexa, play V81 Radio at i-enjoy ang inyong mga paboritong Pinoy music 24/7. Sabihin lang, Alexa, play V81 Radio. Balikan na natin ang New All Pinoy Alternative Music. New All Pinoy Alternative Music. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.
So welcome back. You're still here on Napalm, your new all Pinoy alternative music program with our guest band Dozer. So before that, we would like to mention that for all of our viewers and listeners, you can listen or view our program Napalm as well as V81 programs through Facebook Live. For viewing, Facebook Live, YouTube Live as well. For listening, you can have your website. You can have our app, B81 mobile app, available in Google Play Store and Apple App Store. And if you are based in the US or North America, you have your Amazon devices. Just say, Alexa, play V81 radio. So let us play the second song of our guest band Dozer entitled Wounds.
You mentioned to me how your story goes. In a place I've never been, in a place no one knows. Everything is great and no one's to be blamed. They say your storms pass away, yours my friend is here to stay. Some angels you met could have been the cure. They left you cold in bed, only to feel like a fool. Nothing was wrong with you, not you. It's really breaking your soul every time you hear it call. The words we never hear. In this life full of grief, the words we never feel. Comes around and cuts you deep. You try to look back from where you are now. Nothing has changed, but still dark from the shades of memories that we drown. Now you were saying that life is crazy. You really suffered a lot, but never know when it will stop. Words we never hear. In this life full of grief, words we never hear. Comes around and cuts you deep. Yeah, yeah, it comes around and comes around and comes around. Cuts you deep.
Okay. So, pa-shout out daw kay, please greet Tito Pogi for me, says si Joe, our drummer. Oh, Uy, si Randy. I think someone recognized Randy from the ano no, from the frame. Okay, so let's bring back the our band of the week. Okay.
Ayan, sige. So, we'll start the question addressed to Randy. No?
Yeah.
So, could you tell us something about the song Wound?
Yeah. So basically, I came up with the music, pero yung lyrics were written by R. Velasquez. Pero hindi si
Ah.
Regine ito. Yan, yan. Basically sino ba to? Si Dr. Rodel Velasquez. He nag-session sa amin si Rodel before. And he pinahiram sa amin yung lyrics.
UST din to. UST din.
Yeah, med student ng at that time, med student siya ng sa UST.
He was our drummer.
Yeah, and drummer also. Naging drummer din ako. So, basically, since hindi naman ako yung nagsulat ng lyrics, I guess what it means for me is that usually scars from the past never truly heal, and it will continue to haunt you. But of course, we learn from them and that makes us a better person.
Hugot song pala to, hugot song.
Oh yeah. Marami tayo noong time na yun. Way back 90s.
Sige. So, question for Ron. No? So,
Yes.
how do you deal with disagreements or bad decisions about songwriting, melodies, schedules? Yeah. How do you deal with that?
Well, so far the band naman democratic naman kami in terms of songwriting and decision making. But of course, in any other group or there will be disagreements and issues comes up. But as we got older, habang tumatagal sa banda and we get to mature, siguro I guess that each member has recognized each his own what do you call it, strengths and weaknesses, and then so each member has a role to play na, and tries not to step on each other's boundaries in terms of, for example, Jem does some of the artworks, considering we are all fine art students. Joy and I would do the production. Joe actually does the food, and like Carl. And then Rance tries to sing very well. Ayun lang.
How about you,
But
Joe?
yeah, go ahead.
How about you,
No,
Joe?
go
Do you have any experiences regarding itong concerning yung mga bad decisions?
Joe, I think naka-mute ka. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
it gets easier if you hear a lot of music, yung iba-ibang mga, kahit iba-ibang genre. Para let's say, may makuha kang beat na galing sa ibang genre, ma-apply mo sa baseline ng ibang genre, tas para makakuha ng maraming influence. Para maging original yung iyong taste. Pero,
Ang ibig mo sabihin, Joe, is makinig ka ng mas maraming genres for you to have more parang common ground as different people na having different influences, parang ganon.
yeah, pero you still stay to the core ng gusto mo. Like, kunyari, kung gusto mo rocking sound, pwede mo lagyan ng groove, pero mabigat pa rin yung mga stuff.
So does it happen isang kanta, for example, si Randy ay medyo grungy, si Jem ay medyo ambient, tapos, for example, ikaw, gusto mo, for example, ibang genre naman, like, for example, medyo...
You always meet at the middle. Ganun dapat. Meet at the middle.
Okay. Hindi naman kayo na gano'n before na parang isang kanta, Randy's doing grunge, si Jem is doing a different kind. Pero kumbaga, maganda pa rin pakinggan. But
Oo.
you're, oh,
Kung sinama mo naman, you can tell if it works or not rin naman.
Oo.
Kasi you can put it somewhere else muna until something else comes in na babagay sa bassline, sa drums, sa riff. and stuff. Tago ka
do
lang
you
ng
have
tago.
any, yeah. Yeah, go. Ayan. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry,
so I think
may delay
we
tayo,
have
may
to
delay.
we have to go to our third song, "Hold by the Corner."
Yes.
Walls closing in this time again. You make me feel so bright. Then cover me to share. No light. You've given me a home, a place that I can call my own. You know myself more than I've lost myself again. Tell me why. Can't take the world around me. Can't stop thinking over. Safe inside shelter in a hole by the corner. So wrapped up in my head, I never thought I'd end up back there, caught dead in someone's bed. Please clean up dirt your feet have spread. Can't take the world around me. Can't stop thinking over. Safe inside shelter in a hole by the corner.
Okay. All right. Before we throw in the question about the third song, iikot ko muna kasi I'm sure some of our band members here would like to do their personal shout outs to whomever. So, umpisa muna natin kay Rans. Ano yung mga shout out mo, Rans?
Ayun, shout out to my family. And of course, my smart family.
Okay. How about you, Joe? Anong mga shout outs mo?
Friends and family, musta?
Okay. How about you, Jem?
Sa baby ko, pag malaki ka na at napanood mo to, ito yung mukha ko nung bata.
All right. About anything else, Jem?
That's it. Thank you.
Okay. How about last but not the least, si Ronald?
Yes, shout out to my friends and family, my wife Celine, and my kids, and the Fallopian Cubes, the other band that's I'm working on.
Okay. Sige.
It's
So
just
I
an
think,
office plan, nothing serious.
okay, Bards, I think you should ask the obvious question about the story behind the
Sige.
song "Hold by the Corner."
Hold by the corner. Yan, sige. Si Ranz ang makakasagot nito. Sige, Rans, could you
Yeah.
explain to us yung story behind the song Hole by the Corner?
Okay. Actually, the song is about disappointments. To sum up what it means when I wrote it, I tried to capture the feeling of uh, how someone you trust or have given yourself fully to lifts you up just to pull you down, and until you crawl back to your own comfort zone. Yun lang.
Hugot song na naman to, Rans.
So, sabi ko nga sa'yo, may way back 90s, grabe talaga yung
Oo. Pero,
me in particular.
pero doon pa rin yung grunge na sound niya so, yeah. For all, no? For all of you, kasi since you started nung estudyante pa lang kayo sa UST, so I'm sure, syempre, minsan mahirap din, especially at the time na hindi available yung mga gadgets or yung internet or yung ano na meron tayo ngayon. So, despite your busy schedule, binabalance niyo yung time nyo sa school and sa banda and sa gigs. How do you find time? Paano nyo ginawa yun before? Paano nyo ginawa yung time na yun na nababalanse nyo yung gigs, school, or family kung meron man kayo ng family at that time? Yes, let's start with si Ronald muna.
Yeah. I think during the time we were very active around 5 years ago, 10 years ago ba yun? Because when we were active, I think none of us had families yet, no? None of us was married pa, no? So it was a little bit easier, but some had relationships, which is sort of become challenging for us. If you look at it, we actually have 7 other members that was part of Dozer. We had drummers and bassists, so meaning that it wasn't. There were difficult times that even me had to leave, and somebody else who had to take take my place for somebody, like for the drummer, except for Jet, ang hirap palitan. So, but right now, I think it would be easier that yung family mo would be understanding of what you're doing, what you're trying to do creatively. It would be easier if they are open-minded in that terms. But yeah, I guess yun lang sa issue na yun.
Yes. How about si Jim?
Mahirap, man. Kasi nung time na yon, well, communication, wala namang cellphone noon. Magkikita ka sa isang place. May mga logistic issues na gano'n. Broke. Ako, personally, struggled nung college. So, hirap na hirap ako nung college ako. Plus, ako yung parang nagmamanage din, you know, getting gigs for the guys. Mahirap dahil, yun, pag wala kang pera, wala kang, you know, kailangan mong maghanap ng paraan parate. And then kailangan mong i-organize lahat. So nag-enjoy ako dun sa part ng, you know, pag at the end part na magtutugtog ka ng live and all. Pero to get there, may struggle, you know. Especially as a college student, tapos nagtatrabaho na rin ako nung time na yon. So dami kong gina-juggle. So yun, mahirap. Dinaan ko yung hirap noon para makatugtog kami ng, you know, ng ayos or makakuha kami ng gig somehow.
Yeah, sige. Next, we have Joe. Yeah.
Mahirap din yung scheduling. Kasi aside sa school, tas may work din, it's like free ba lahat at the same time? Ganun. So, scheduling din, aside from everything else they've said.
Especially wala pang text nun. Tatawagan mo sa phone. May phone pa kung wala kang phone.
So, maghihintay
Makikita ka sa National Bookstore.
Okay. Yes, and then si Randy. Yeah.
Actually, yan nga. Studies nga first and foremost. So yung practice on weekends lang. And ayun nga, since nighttime naman yung gigs, at least hindi naman coincide with school. And yeah.
Okay. Final question would be, syempre, right now, there are kids maybe watching us at nag-iisip sila na mag-form din ng kanilang banda. Ano yung pwede yung advice sa kanila na parang somehow, ayan, they can start or they have a bigger chance of parang succeeding sa pagbuo ng banda, pag-create ng music. What can you advise them? Yeah. So we start siguro with Randy naman ulit.
Okay. Game. Actually, magagaling ang mga bata ngayon. Yan. And very fortunate kasi meron silang mga readily available na mga makukuha sa YouTube. Unlike yung sa time namin, talagang sariling sikap lang. Although it feels great to be able to play your favorite band's songs, it's more fulfilling to make your own song, especially as a group. In composing naman, compose songs that you relate to. Tapos try to immortalize the feeling of that rare moment. At least in a 5 minute or more song.
Yeah. Okay. Next, we have si Joe. Yeah. Ano pwede mo advice sa mga kids for planning to have their own band or creating their own song?
Well, take care of your fingers. Do what you love.
That's true.
Use this when you're ready.
And then Jem?
Yeah. Ang ganda ng sinabi ni Jo. Yun naman talaga eh. Medyo cliche pero doon nagsa-start lahat eh. Makinig ka ng makinig ng music na gusto mo pero at the end of the day, hanapin mo yung direction mo. Yung tunog mo talaga. And that will, you will be cut above the rest. So, yun lang. Sundan mo lang yung direction.
Yeah. And then lastly, we have Ronald.
Yes, if you asked me 5 or 10 years ago, first thing I tell the kids that buy a tuner. And then, well, actually ngayon hindi na, they have no excuse because the tuner is already free as an app in your cell phone.
Yeah.
Oo. And then you can buy the clip-on tuners like 400, 200 pesos na lang online. So, but again, it's not an excuse, still buy a tuner. Be in tune. That's mas mabuti in tune and malinis rather than mabilis ka nga, sabog ka naman. Which comes to also practice and play your influences. It's okay, just play your influence, but carve like the same thing as the other guy said. Carve your own path in the music that you do by creating like writing songs and be your own personality. Yun.
Ayan. Ronald, meron yatang
Yes.
gusto mong pa-shout out kayo.
Sino yun?
I think pwede ba natin? Ayan. Yan.
Ay, nako, may utang ata ako dyan.
Shout out to my hot basis.
I don't.
Okay.
Chicks!
I think so. Yeah, so I think before we end this
Thank you.
segment, we would like to show our third and final questions for our game trivia. So how many members comprises the Dozer band? So yan po yung third question natin for all of our listeners and viewers. So we will pause for a short break. You are stay tuned to NAPALM, your new all Pinoy alternative music source.
Magbabalik ang New All Pinoy Alternative Music. New All Pinoy Alternative Music. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. balikan na natin ang New All Pinoy Alternative Music. New All Pinoy Alternative Music. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.
So, okay, welcome back. You're still here at NAPALM, your new all Pinoy alternative music source. So we are already on our final segment, no?
No?
So let me call
So let me
back
call back
again
again
our
our
co-anchor, Pards Moro. And we are going to our announcement on board. Okay, so our first announcement is just like what we always say last week, no, or every week actually in our program is we Napalm is promoting our alternative musicians, Pinoy musicians and artists, and thereby we are asking these bands for their songs or composition either to send it to us and we can play them as part of our V81 radio master list of songs that we will be launching very soon, probably in a few more weeks, and we will make a big announcement out of it. And if they are available, we can book them as our featured band of the week. So just please stay tuned to our program, and these are the email address that you can send to us, or you can look at us at our Facebook, New Alternative All Pinoy Music, in our Facebook page, and you can just write us down. The next slide is if you are to send us your song, the format of your song for MP3 has to be write down the artist, then the song title. These are the format for the 44, 100 FPS and 192 Mbps audio format so that we can play them readily in our program. Our next slide is, just like to reiterate again, V81 and Napalm program is available via Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Amazon through Alexa devices. We are also available on Spotify and TuneIn. On certain programs, we do our podcast. This is available in our Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts. Of course, you can refer to our V81 radio website. And for the listening part, download our V81 radio app via Google Play and Apple App Store. Then our next, just to announce our video and solution partner, Involution Corporation, who is providing us with all these nice video and audio solutions. Their telephone numbers are shown in the board, their cell phones, and Gmail. So look them up at www.involutioncorp.com. Okay, next
Yes.
slide.
One of our partners, Co-Disruptors INC. So we are an IT solutions company handling hardware and software solutions. So you may call us at 0998-582-7731 or visit us at www.codisruptors.com.
Okay.
Yeah. So we also have one of our partners, Prita Recording Studio, located at Pioneer Highlands, room 606. If you're planning to record your songs or any type of recording na medyo gusto nyo high-end or medyo maganda yung sound quality, yan, you may visit them, Sprita. They have a Facebook page. Just type in Sprita Recording Studio. Yan. And we also have 8 August Studio. No? So if you're looking for a band rehearsal studio, you may call them at landline 8298-7265 or mobile number 0919-001-6618 or Facebook 8 August Studio located at 15 General Malvar Street, Barangay San Antonio, Pasig City.
Okay, so before we bring in again our trivia question, I would like to just announce that after our show at 6 o'clock. Then we have another program for you. Let's chat with Tita Gracie at 6 p.m. Hosted, of course, by none other by Tita Gracie, and a program of our other DJs, Papa Kiko, Papa Bear, and Doc F, entitled Musta Pops at 9 p.m. tonight. Okay, so let us show to you the three questions of our game trivia. So on our first question is, who is our featured band last week at episode 8? Second question is, what topic did we present in our What the Fact feature earlier? And the third question is, how many members comprises a Dozer band? So for everyone who is going to join our contest, just write down your answers in one entire comment, and we will choose the first two winners of that, and the two winners will win 100 peso of mobile prepaid reload. So regardless of what network you are, we will just reload you when you win. So let us bring in our guest artists for their final
Yeah.
word. Just to tell everyone of your viewers, all your fans, what is your message to them. So who will start first? I think
Sige, shoutout muna ako saglit.
sige, ikaw
I would
start.
like to thank Marvin, Ian, no? Ian Abella, and Bill Baluyat. They're listening right now. Kasama namin ni Randy sa Smart. Ayan. Yeah. Sinong, si Ranch muna.
Oh, okay. So, yun nga. Sa music, well, if you love singing, scream your lungs out. Compassion mo is writing for your heart out sa, ano, sa lyrics and free verse. Sa banda naman, if kailangan maging, din pa na actually kailangan magaling, pero with everything you do it to the best of your ability, nandun yung reward.
Right.
Yeah. Next. Yep.
Jem, your
Sorry.
message
Nag-cut.
to our viewers and your thousands of fans.
Eh, basically, ito namang interview na ito is parang, ano lang looking back dun sa nangyari sa nung 90s na yon. Tuloy nila yung gusto nilang magbanda. Tuloy nila. Pero I think, most importantly, salamat sa inyo. Dahil after, 20 years, nakita kami nitong mga ito. At kahit magkakahiwalay na, kundi dahil dito sa NAPALM, somehow, naibalik yung memory nung aming banda. Kaya maraming salamat sa iyo, Charlie, at Parts.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Jem.
Yeah. Next, you have Doc.
Have fun. Enjoy lang. Do your art. Do your craft. Mind and heart. Ewan ko.
Yeah. And lastly, we have Ronald.
Oh, yes. I don't know about the thousands and thousands of fans, but I like to call them secret fans kasi there are instances na I guess Rance had told the story about you, Farz, and that there are the people that come to us and then tell us like, "Uy, naalala ko yung kanta nyo." So, what? We would go like, "Yung ganito, we remember you performing ganyan. So parang those, even though parang insignificant siya or nakakatulong sa an inspiration to pursue yung paggagawa ng music. So parang yan na rin ang advice ko for those people who are doing alternative music or music in general. Just like they said, just keep on doing it and doing it to the best of your abilities. And thank you, Napalm, for bringing us here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Parts, ikaw. Ang dami yung nakikita ko sa mga comment box between for rants and parts. Ang daming nagsha-shoutout sa inyo.
Mga kasama namin sa work before, Smart. Ayan, sige. Si Marvin, si Jill, ayan, thank you for listening to NAPALM. And ayun, I'd like to remind all the listeners na yung may mga banda or may original songs, please send in your original songs. We would like to help you guys na marinig ang inyong music sa mas malawak na platform. So katulad ng Napalm. So yun. Yan. Sige.
Okay. So my parting words is we would like to thank Dozer and all of our viewers who actively are supporting Napalm, expanding our connections and our community. So in a stage called life, we are all performers. Some of us are actually for the limelight. Some of us were meant to watch and appreciate the music. So let us all join our Filipino artists, as they are our legacy and our heritage. Thank you very much, sir.
Your ultimate source for Pinoy alternative music. All new, all the time. Hosted by technopreneur Charlie Diaz. Together with alternative music disciple Pards Moro. This is your new All Pinoy alternative music. New All Pinoy alternative music. Sundays at 1 p.m. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. The future of radio. This is your all hits, all Pinoy internet radio station. This is V81 Radio Worldwide.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit na